popo. I'm like, oh no, you're doing it alright. You blind me like flashlight. You sexy like all night, all night. Boy, you're so wavy, wavy. And I'm standing here like, take me home. Boy, you're so wavy, wavy. And I'm standing here like, take me home. Take me home, 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 home. Throw me down low when you give me that cocoa. Hang off me like popo. I'm like, oh no, you're doing it alright. You blind me like flashlight. You sexy like all night, all night. Boy, you're so wavy, wavy. And I'm standing here like, take me home. Boy, you're so wavy, wavy. And I'm standing here like, take me home. Take me home. Somebody's crying, oh Lord. Somebody's crying, oh Lord. I need you, Lord, today. I need you right away. Somebody's in despair. Somebody feels like no one cares. Somebody's in despair. Somebody feels like no one cares. Somebody's crying, oh Lord. I need you, Lord, today. Somebody's in despair. Somebody feels like no one cares. Somebody's in despair. Somebody feels like no one cares.
As you can see in the fourth quarter, we're looking to capitalize on some of these new business ventures that, if I can share my screen now, let me see. Is it playing?
Do you suffer from
Can you see it?
zoom eye? You know, that glaze that develops over your eyes from trying to appear engaged in your 9th Zoom meeting of the day?
Dritz is zip.
Well, suffer no more.
Kelly, Zach.
CSZ relieves Zoom eye with fast-paced, fun, and interactive programs. You and your colleagues will experience a variety of activities with large groups and small, jumping in and out of breakout rooms, and both sitting down and on your feet.
Let's invent a new office chair.
Yes.
You'll take away practical communication skills that enhance relationships, both virtually and in real life.
Fly into the sky.
And the lasting effect? Zoom Eye will be replaced by Zoom Energy. Get more details on the website and contact us for customization and quotes.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to ComedySportz' Streamaversary. I am your announcer, Sue. We are so excited that you're here. Give it up in the chat for our referee for tonight, Ref Kristen.
She's here! Happy Streamaversary! I even brought a streamer with me to say happy Streamaversary. If I move it quickly enough, you can't tell that it's just a cat toy. Welcome to ComedySportz virtually live, 1 year on the internet. That's right, we have moved. We've taken such a journey this past year. First we were on Zoom, then we were still on Zoom, and then we tried something, and then now we are on YouTube. So be sure that since we are on our YouTube channel now, you like and subscribe our channel so you can see all the amazing and awesome things that we have to offer. Again, thank you so much for being here. What you're about to witness is a match of competitive improvisational comedy. It is improvisational because everything up here is unscripted, unrehearsed, quite literally made up on the spot for you guys. And it is competitive because, of course, we've got our two teams. We've got our red team, the New Jersey Turnpikes, fighting for laughs against our hometown world champions, the Philadelphia Fightin' Amish in blue. So those two teams will be competing for your laughs. And you're asking yourself, laughs? How will I know that you're laughing? Well, don't worry. I can hear it in the chat. The chat? That's right, folks. If this is your first time tuning in to us on YouTube, be sure that you go over to the chat window and click at the top top chat and not, I'm sorry, live chat. Ooh, Kristen, get it together. It's the 1-year Streamaversary. Make sure that you have it selected as live chat so that way you can see everything. And I'm going to do exactly what I just instructed. There we go. Now I'm in live chat mode. So we're going to have that chat coming in hot the whole night. So feel free to speak to each other. Feel free, obviously, we're going to need you for suggestions. Suggestions? That's right. I'll talk about those in a moment. But first, I need to talk about the 3 very important jobs that I have this evening. And that is to time the games, call the fouls, and get suggestions from you, tonight's loyal fans. That's right. In our theater, we would yell loyal, and you'd yell back fans. On the internet, we yell loyal, and you still yell fans and annoy your neighbors, but you can also type it in the chat if you want to. So I'm pretty sure my neighbors are like, oh, she's still doing this? I can still hear her. Because one time they did. They were like, you still doing that thing? And I was like, yeah. They're like, yeah, we can hear you. So happy Streamaversary! All right. So let's see here. I got those fouls to go over, guys. There's so many. There's 4,572 Comedy Sports fouls that I could call at any given time. But I'm going to go over the 2 important ones, all right? Not that the others aren't important, but these are the heavy hitters. The first, choreography included, is the Groaner foul. So everyone do that gesture, hit your friend next to you. It's the Groaner foul. That's right, the Groaner foul is called when someone has said something so lame, so punny, it makes you groan in agony. And by groaning in agony, that means you will type the word groan as long as you can in the chat. Let's get our announcer, Sue Taney, to the screen. Sue, how are ya? Where are you broadcasting from?
It's Grove, New Jersey.
Oh, lovely. I am in the South Philadelphia region of Philadelphia, right by the stadiums. Is there a ball game? It was earlier, I think. Anywho, Sue, could you give us an example of what a Groaner-style joke might be?
I would love to. So can you believe my dog was super sad?
Oh, why?
Yeah, it's because she's just a little melancholy.
It's a type of dog. It's a type of dog. Groan. So type those groans in the chat. But Sue, thank you for that brilliant example. Now, if that happens, and when Sue sees the groan in the chat, or perhaps sees or hears it from New Jersey, even if it's that bad, and I hear it or see it, I will call the Groaner foul. Now, play will continue, but at the end of that game, I will call the offending player into the apology box, where they must then conduct their sincerest apology for making you groan. If you accept their apology, no harm, no foul. But if you reject their apology, I will take 1 point off their score. Bam, 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 bam. Keyboard. All right, so that's the Groaner foul. All right, second foul that could happen. Sue, want to do the choreography? Arms up. It's the brown bag foul. Now, the brown bag foul is called when someone has decided to say something rude, crude, lascivious, just for the sheer shock value of being a filthy animal. Now, when that happens, I will blow my fake whistle and stop play. And I will place a brown paper bag, or whatever type of bag folks have in their homes. I have this very sweet little makeup bag that someone could put on their head if it was in their home. Just a little, it's like a little bonnet. It's like a little fascinator. So whatever bag they have in their homes. Now, the other thing is, folks, in the chat, this game, or this foul rather, can also be called on you, tonight's loyal fans, because here at ComedySportz, we do comedy for everyone. So that means everyone is visible and can see the chat. So please make sure that all of your chat and your talking and laughing and suggestions, perfect shirt for tonight, perfect shirt, thank you for that moment, is appropriate for everyone. Because if you decide to get dirty, if you decide to start getting nasty, we'll boot you out of here. And you can go find some other filth. What?
Did you want an example of a brown bag foul?
No, thank you. Okay. But thank you so much. All right, so those are the fouls. Now, suggestions. These are very important. They're what our games and it's what I get. Reverse. Start it again. That's what gets our games and scenes started. So I see how hot the chat is tonight. That's why I realized I couldn't see Sue without my glasses. I had to wear my glasses. That's, age.
I had to go a little
I was
closer.
like, what are they saying?
So if I'm doing this,
What are they
that's
saying?
inconspicuous, right?
So, Sue, let's get close and look at the chat. Let's
right.
ask in the chat for a suggestion of a sport of some kind. Get us a sport coming in. Also, how about, your favorite movie to watch on a Saturday afternoon? How about your favorite movie to watch on a Friday night? Any type of favorite film that you enjoy. How about, let's get in the chat even more, really fun, guys, you remember middle school and like your mom had to drive you everywhere, but you still wanted to be cool? Where'd you have your mom drop you off at? Like the movies? I was dropped off at Zany Brainy in Warminster because it was a toy store and it was fun to hang out there. I don't know, there were boys there. Sue, where did you hang out in middle school?
My room,
Yeah.
my bedroom. I didn't.
That's accurate as well. Excellent. So we'll have those. Look at all of these. Yes. Oh my goodness. I see Home Alone, Agent Carter, Indiana Jones, cricket, soccer, curling. All of these are answers that are in the running, Sue, for suggestion of the night.
Can I tell them about this amazing thing that we have going on?
Please do. Please do.
Oh my goodness. So we are running a special competition tonight. I am going to peruse all of your suggestions, probably like this, and I am going to choose the one that I find that tickles my fancy the most. Not necessarily the craziest or the silliest, probably one that I haven't heard before. And that person will win suggestion of the night and accolades and all the magic from all of us. So you guys are going to want to keep those suggestions coming. Oh, so many people went ice skating.
This is amazing. This is amazing. Sean says, I am 9, so my mom still drives me. Sean, that's fine, buddy. I think she's going to be driving you for a few more years. So at least, pick cool places for them to drop you off at. All right. So I've chatted enough. Sue, thank you for being here. Thank you for filtering the joy of the chat with me. It's a tough job because it is hot tonight. Now, the last thing that I want to do is warm up the loyal fans a bit more with a little crescendo type, which means you will begin typing ones. That's right, begin typing ones now. Now begin typing 2s. That's right, 2s are fun as well. 3s, bring it up to a 4. Then we bring it up to a 5, a 6. I want to see your 7. I want to see your 7. And an 8. And a 9. Give me those 10s, because here come the players.
Please give it up in the chat for the players of ComedySportz. Up first, we have the New Jersey Turnpikes featuring Dave Fritzis, Jesse Preisendorfer, and your captain, Alan Williams. Keep those numbers flying in the chat for your Philadelphia Fighting Amish. Tonight, we have Rachel Sidney. Keep those numbers coming for Dave Jadico. And finally, absolutely lose it for your captain, Kelsey Hebert. And back to you, Ref Kristen.
All right, we're back. Okay, Streamaversary. Now, we have 5 important words to say, and when I say those 5 words, you will erupt into the chat with a 10 clap and say, those words are, captains to the playing screen. Wow, captains, welcome. Kelsey, Alan, thank you so much for being here and captaining your teams. Alan Williams, I hear that you have some very special guests out in the chat this evening. Is that
I
correct?
sure do. That's true. Yeah, I'd love to say hi to them.
Please.
I want to say hi to my sister, Carrie. I want to say hi to my lovely niece, London, my nephew, Weston, and my parents, Wenmouth and Nancy. Hello, everyone.
Everyone here to celebrate the Streamaversary. Kelsey, anyone in the chat you want to say hi to? Let's get it done with.
Randy P19070. Lee Corn. Caroline McCormick and Sean and Venom.
I feel like I'm hosting The Price is Right, where he's like, guys, anybody out there you want to say hi
They're all running around right now. They're like,
That's awesome. Well, welcome, families. Welcome, friends. This is so exciting that everyone's watching tonight. So in order for me to know who's going to initiate, red or blue, to open us in the game of What Are You Doing, I need Alan and Kelsey to go find an item in their home that would make an amazing Streamaversary gift for me. Go! Streamaversary.
Go, Kelsey, go!
Streamaversary, it's a song. Ooh, okay, Kelsey's back. Kelsey's back. Alan has returned. I do. Kristen, just give up. Wear them the entire match. You can't see anything. All right, so Kelsey, what have you brought me for the Streamaversary?
I brought some of Beverly's cat toys that are perfect for your cat, and you can wave like this.
And those are tea bags? Those are so cute. Oh my God. Okay, Alan, what have you brought me?
I also brought you a cat so that you can enjoy a new friend at home.
That is a very odd looking cat. I am going with blue team on this one. All right. Prepare your teams, captains. I will prepare the fans. Now let's get going in the chat here. And your suggestion that I need you to put in there is, how about an activity, like it's been getting nicer outside and folks have been going to parks and such. What's a fun activity that you guys are excited to go do outside? So Sue will start gathering those while I explain the game. Now for the game of What Are You Doing, what's going to happen is we'll have two players up on the screen. One of the players will initiate with some sort of nonsense movement. The other person gets to challenge them by saying, "What are you doing?" And within the topic we create, they will say anything in the known universe other than what their body is actually doing. So if, say it was, I don't know, gardening was the suggestion, it could be, "I'm planting flowers." That player that just challenged them must begin planting flowers. Now, they'll challenge them back and say, "What are you doing?" And again, they have to say anything rather than planting flowers or what their body's doing. It's a hoot and a holler. I see these suggestions coming in. Woo! Man, oh, Sarah, I see you, Sarah. I get it, squirrel watching. Squirrel watch. All right, so let's get our first two players to the screen. Kelsey and Alan, captain versus captain. All right, to the chat, Sue. What first activity will we be giving these folks?
If I could actually first interrupt, this is the first time I'm learning that Kelsey, your roommate Beverly, is a cat. That you talk about her so much, I literally assumed she was a human.
This is the more you know.
I mean, I know we're doing a show and all, but I feel like this is.
That was an important announcement. Thank you, Sue.
All right. Also, I loved thinking about outside activities. Brian Ratcliffe suggested birding. It's a favorite of mine.
What is it? Birding? Birding.
Watch birds. Yeah, you can watch
Watching of birds. Thank you, Brian Radcliffe. Miss you, Brian. All right, so since Blue won that, Blue, you initiate with the nonsense movement. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Begin!
What are you doing?
Writing down the new bird I saw.
Oh, come down to me. I need you. Please come down.
What are you doing?
Buying a brand new pair of binoculars to see extra more birds.
Too big. Too small.
What are you doing?
Pointing at a bird.
A bird.
What are you doing?
Dressing up as a giant bird to be one of them.
Don't be afraid.
What are you doing?
Pow, pow, pow.
Oh, I'm so sorry. She's hesitating. That's right. Folks can be called out in this game a couple different ways. I like to show you how. First, Kelsey displayed hesitating. They could repeat an activity that's already been said or lose control of the English language. Kelsey sort of did all three. Therefore, Kelsey is
Out of here.
The team that has the last player standing is the team that gets the first 5 points in our Streamaversary match. We've got Rachel Sidney to the field. Sue Taney, what is a new suggestion for us?
Let me tell you, I was super impressed. Lee.com somehow got a dab emoji in the chat. So how about we say like dancing? Dabbing is a little specific.
I like it. Dancing is your suggestion. Thank you, Sue. And Alan, you will initiate with a dancing. Begin.
What are you doing?
Getting out on the dance floor.
I'm getting out on the dance floor.
What are you doing?
Tying on my tap shoes.
Ooh. Oh, let's see. They're down here. You can't see them. What am I wearing? Tap, 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 tap.
What are you doing?
Putting some CDs on the old turntable for some music time.
Oh, I gotta go dig out the old turntable.
What are you doing?
Shuffling off to Buffalo.
See ya, I'm off to Buffalo.
Tweet, tweet, tweet! I'm questioning Rachel's dance moves of... Tell me about it, Rachel. Oh! Well then, Alan didn't do the proper dance move of the Buffalo Shuffle, so Alan is... out of here.
I knew all those tap classes would come in handy one day.
I asked these questions. We got David Dritzes to the screen. This time, Sue, get us a suggestion. And who suggested it? Give us the first initial of their screen name here. Go ahead.
So we have Jay
Uh-huh.
suggested walking the alligator.
Ooh, walking the alligator. So that means what's going to happen is every word that comes out of their face, well, the first word that comes out of their face, not every word, could you imagine, needs to begin with the letter J, but also embody and deal with, involve walking an alligator. This is fun. Welcome to the screen, David. Rachel, you will initiate with the nonsense. Begin.
What are you doing?
Just tying up my alligator.
Ha! This is you're on the train tracks. I'm a villain. Hey!
What are you doing?
Jousting on my alligator. It's very slow.
I'm gonna come get you. Giddy up. Giddy up.
What are you doing?
Joining an alligator cult.
I heard this is where the cult is. I saw it on Groupon, so I'm paying half.
What are you doing?
Jalopy alligator car making.
You know what, guys? I'm so sorry, but you have to be dedicated to the cause.
Ah, wait a minute! I'm so sorry! We don't kill alligators on our Streamaversary. That's fine on other nights, but not on the Streamaversary. Therefore, Rachel is...
Out of here.
I apologize to all alligators watching tonight.
Yes, we're very sorry.
That was
all right.
rock.
We got Dave versus David. Yes. All right. That was sort of. I don't know if anyone else we're gonna see.
Yeah, he snuck a groaner foul by you. That's what he did. Yeah. Lucky.
All right. Let's make this even more challenging. Let's get two initials. So two names. Sue, just give me two names.
Right. So how about I see Kathy is in the chat. She's one of my students.
Is that a C or a K or something else?
A K.
Okay.
We take her K and her A.
Yes,
Now
let's take it.
C.
She's C. All right. So K and then A are your initials. So we will have Dave Janico initiate. Begin.
What are you doing?
Knifing artichokes on my plate.
You're healthy for me, but I don't like you.
What are you doing?
Canoodling all of the time.
Hey, audience, how's it going? How about put a little kiss right here?
What are you doing?
Kansas assigning to the worst job in the union.
You're Kansas. You're not.
What are you doing?
Kissing albatrosses, because they're cute.
Stay away from that dead alligator and get over here. Mwah.
I'm so sorry I gave him that one.
Oh, Dave is disgusted, therefore, or David is disgusted and hesitating. So David Dritzis is out of here. All right, so let's get our final player. Ooh, looks like our two final players. Dave Janico for the Philadelphia Fighting Amish, Jesse Preisendorfer for the New Jersey Turnpikes. This final round will be epic, beyond proportions. We're going to take 3 letters. 3 letters. All right, so Sue, does anyone out there have 3 letters in their name?
Yeah.
Hey, Jesse, I bet I beat you $5.
Ooh,
I'm in.
we're
All right.
I'm gonna take some of my mom's letters. I see
Okay.
her in the chat. Her name's Risa, so maybe like an R, an E, and an A. R
Yeah.
got an S in there. I don't know.
Yes,
What
yeah.
what is
So
it?
let's take R-E-S. R-E-S. All right, so the first word must begin with the letter R. Second, E. Third, S. Can I get a ooh or some most emojis in the chat? Ooh. All right. So here we go. Final round of What Are You Doing? All the marbles are on the line. Well, 5 of them. Let's have Jesse initiate. Begin.
What are you doing?
Reading everything simply.
Boy went to school. School was closed. Rating elephants' suitcases.
I'm going to read the showcase now.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Revamping elevators. Always.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jesse. The word always begins with the letter A. We were looking for R-E-S. 5 points, and it looks like $5 to Dave Jadico and the blue team.
That brings our score to 5 points for the Philadelphia Fighting Amish and $5 in Dave Jadico's pocket. 0 points for those New Jersey Turnpikes and 1 sparkler for Kristen. Streamer.
I got a point? Finally.
You got a streamer.
I got a streamer. All right, that was our opening round game of What Are You Doing? We've got a 5-0 match happening. Let's get captains to the playing screen.
Woo!
Excellent first round. All right, so because the blue team, the Philadelphia team, just won. Alan, how does it feel to lose in front of your family?
It's tough, although I'm mostly worried about Jesse being out $5. That's going to stay for a long time.
That's very nice of you. All right, so you rest for a moment, but Kelsey, what game would Philadelphia like to play?
We would like to play at the movies.
Fun! Awesome. So prepare your team. All right, so for the game, oh, there's a slight echo on me. I hope it's gone. It's gone. I thought maybe something crazy. Thought maybe the world was ending. All right, Sutani, to the chat you go. Earlier I asked for movies that people enjoyed, so grab 2 of those titles and mix them up and we'll make a new one. But first, I will explain the game. Stu is making a new title for a film because the blue team will be showcasing a movie, well, scenes of this movie that has never been seen, never been written, never been hopefully filmed. All right, so we're going to see clips from that scene, and also a famous YouTube reviewer will be reviewing said film as we watch it. So, Sue Taney, what film will we be debuting tonight on our Streamaversary?
So Carolyn M suggested Grease and Amanda C suggested Mean Girls. So I am so excited to hear all about Mean Grease.
Mean Grease. Mean Grease. All right, Mean Grease is the title of our film. Players begin at the movies.
Jerry. I got this car back here. It's leaking grease and I just can't fix it.
Anastasia, bring the car around the front of the garage. We'll take a look at it together.
I should tell you, Jerry, before I bring it round the front, the client is a little... They want me to bring it through the back and not let anybody know they're here.
Cut. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Film Arrow. If you are new here, I review a new movie every week. Today's episode is sponsored by ComedySportz. ComedySportz catches online every week. And this film is a classic 1950s B horror movie where everything just goes wrong, but in such a campy way. This next scene is where you see the car start to break down on this couple's long, scary journey. And cut back to movie.
Now, roll down the window. Roll down your window a little bit.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
Listen, the test drive is the most important thing to do with the automobile.
My window's not rolling down.
The window is not rolling down.
It's not rolling down. Oh, it's a crank.
For a second, I thought the car was haunted, like the last one. You remember last Thursday?
I remember. How could I forget the haunted car and the ghosts coming out of the tires?
There's a person on the side of the road. Let's pick them up.
Oh, okay.
And cut to me. That is really where the suspense starts to build. I'm not going to give away anything in case you want to go rent it on Netflix. That's right. You have to order it to your home. It's not available for streaming. This next scene, let me tell you, they are stranded by the side of a road. They don't know what to do. The ghosts from the car, they're about to spill their guts, and romantically, the couple, the ghosts, are just trying to get to the afterlife. Just watch, and cut.
Anna! Ask the ghosts to come over here. Let's be friendly with them, yeah?
Okay. Excuse me. We'd like to solve your problem. They don't say a lot.
And then
They're dead.
time for the game of At the Movies. Woo! Excellent. Yes. Oscar award-winning horror movies are what's up now. Excellent. So, yes, we see your comments in the chat. Thank you so much. Rachel, we will somehow fix your mic. We're not quite sure. Guys, it's the internet. It's the internet. We get it. Excellent. So, we are now going to have, I don't know, Captains to the Plague screen? Hey, all right. Captain Kelsey, Captain Allen. Allen, you now get to play a game because the fans will now lock away the game of At the Movies, and they get to vote after they see your game of if they want to give 5 points to Philly or New Jersey. So, Allen, what game do you want to play?
Well, we would like to play forward reverse.
Fantastic. Please prepare your team. Sue, look up in the chat for me. And earlier we had talked about locations of places, from middle school. Find one of those for me. And for the game of forward reverse, what's going to happen is all three of these players are going to be doing an improvised scene based in the location we will get. But I have a magical remote control. Actually, wait a second. I have an actual remote control. And I can hit forward or reverse as much as I want during this game. And if they're moving forward through time and I suddenly say reverse, they must do what they just did in reverse. I could put them back and forward and we'll see that played back again. Forward, reverse, forward, reverse. I can do it as many times as humanly possible. And at the end of the game, it'll be over and they'll be very dizzy. All right, so let's get a suggestion, Sue. What location would you like to put our players in?
First, Howard Y suggested a fire pit. So let's
Ooh.
throw him in a fire pit.
I like it. A fire pit. That's hip. All right, let's get our players to the screen for the game of forward reverse. Excellent. So, players, you start in forward. Dave and Jesse, begin.
Ooh, Sharon, I love your fire pit. Where'd you get it, Lowe's?
I did. Don't get too close. I just singed the front of my blouse.
Ooh, I
Reverse!
like it. Ooh, I like it.
I just singed the front of my blouse.
Forward.
Oh, I just singed the front of my blouse.
Reverse.
I just singed the front of my blouse.
Ooh, where'd you get it, Lowe's?
Forward.
Where'd you get it, Lowe's?
Oh, I just singed the front of my blouse. Yeah, Lowe's.
I like it. It's distressed now.
Well, it's unpredictable.
Oh, it's great. Rebecca's gonna hate it.
Reverse.
Rebecca's gonna hate it. Ooh, it's great.
Well, don't get too close. It's unpredictable.
I like it. I like it.
It's unpredictable.
Reverse.
It's unpredictable.
Forward.
It's unpredictable.
Ooh, I like it. Rebecca's gonna hate it.
Well, you invited Rebecca?
Of course I did. I can't stand her. I
I'm
want her
late,
here.
everybody. Sorry.
Oh.
Reverse.
Sorry. Hey, sorry I'm late, everybody. Hey.
Forward.
Hey, sorry I'm late, everybody. Hey, sorry.
Reverse.
Hey, so sorry. Sorry, I'm late, everyone. Sorry.
You invited Rebecca?
I hate her. I want her here.
Forward.
I hate her. I want her here.
You invited Rebecca?
Hey, sorry I'm late, everyone. Hey.
Oh,
Rebecca, what do you think of the fire pit?
Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
Reverse.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
Rebecca, what do you think of the fire pit?
Forward.
Oh,
Fire pit.
Reverse.
Fire pit.
Forward.
Fire pit.
I hate it.
Time for the game of forward reverse. Woo! Excellent. All right, so this is the portion of the match where we need to either have you write red or blue in the chat. Feel free to find red or blue emojis to showcase the team you want to give the next 5 points to, and Sue will be feverishly tallying up those points. Now, that last game of forward reverse involved a fire pit. Does anyone on this cast actually own a fire pit? Ooh, Sue Taney for the win. Was it
Fire table.
Wait, Lowe's? Where's
Does my bathroom sink count?
Yes, that is your fire pit.
You use your bathroom sink to make fires?
No. No.
Very interesting.
No,
I'm gonna
absolutely
get
not.
your deposit back.
What other fun things could be fire pits? A chimney?
Hole in the ground. No dry leaves around it.
Hole in the ground?
A barbecue.
A barbecue? Yes. Oh, here come the votes. Coming in hot, coming in hot. That's enough fire pit talk. It's getting too hot in here. Sue, who gets the next 5 points?
Everyone except for Rachel's mom voted red.
Hey, 5 points.
Our score to a tie. The New Jersey Turnpikes have 5 points. Philadelphia Fighting Amish have 5. Dave Janico has $5. Rachel has the love of her mother. And Kristen has a streamer. Back
You
to
done right. Woo! All right. My cat is like, why do you keep doing that, but not at me? All right. So we are now entering into our ref challenge portion of tonight's match, which could potentially break the tie. But before we do that, guys, I don't know if I've mentioned, it's our Streamaversary. So we here at ComedySportz want to thank all of you, our loyal fans, for tuning in over the past year. The joy of being able to bring laughter into your homes has brought us so much joy. Hopefully it's brought you joy, and it's been so wonderful, and we're just excited to be able to see y'all in person, but also it's just been amazing to be able to keep our education program going virtually. We started to be able to do teen classes virtually. And the amazing thing about also our education program is because we're virtual, we've been able to have so many instructors, even from England, teach some of our classes. So it's just, we've taken what could have been lemons and you all helped us turn it into lemonade. All right. Sue, you have lemonade? I knew it. I knew it. All right. So we want to thank you all. And by thanking you, we're going to play the game also of Sales Pitch. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send away the players right now. Go find your object. And what's going to happen is we're going to see a little bit of a QVC style show rather, but it's CSC. So there's a little bit of a twist to it. The people selling the items don't know what the person modeling the item what the actual item will be. I'm going to clean up this explanation for our next Streamaversary. The players have just gone and found a random item. And I think they're back. Lovely, lovely. And let's see here. We're going to begin with Kelsey selling us the first item. So let's begin our game of sales pitch. Begin!
You're watching the Consumer Shopping Zone.
Do you wake up in the morning and want to make the best cup of coffee, but it's always either too dark or too watery? Oh, well, have I got the product for you? It's a glass box. If you put your coffee in this glass box, it won't matter what it tastes like, because you'll look so cool drinking it out of a square container. You won't even think about the flavor. Everyone will see if you take your coffee black or with cream, and then you get to show off either way. And that means you don't have to worry about that flavor either, because you look good.
All right. Thank you so much. Next sales pitch.
Gosh, I really love being stuck in traffic. It gives me so much time to listen to music, catch up on podcasts, and now there's something even newer that I can do in the car. It's this great product. It's Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda can do so many things. He can tell you your future. He can help bobble around and tell a good joke or two. He can even handle preventing road rage so that you feel good all day long. So if you're on the road, get Baby Yoda and feel better today.
That's nice. Next sales pitch.
You live in Northeast United States during the months of November through April. You never know what the weather's going to do. Well, this product's going to help. Introducing the tent. That's right. For those cold days, it's an extra layer of protection. Just set it up inside your house. For those hot days, take it outside. Pretty simple, pretty much what it's made for.
Tweet, next sales pitch.
Announcer, you're muted. We can't hear you for some reason.
If you're like me, you just can't get the words out. You're just nervous all of the time, and your mouth opens, but nothing happens. Well, I've got the solution for you, and it's almost sold out. It's a board. That's right. Just stand that board next to you, and you're instantly more interesting than anything that stupid board could ever be. Boards are dumb. Boards have nothing to say. But now you have plenty to say now that you're next to this stinko board. Board.
Tweet, next sales pitch.
Is it spring and now you're realizing that the gutters need to be cleaned out, but it's so dangerous to get up on a ladder? Well, no longer, because this stool is much safer and actually, quite frankly, only takes you 2.5 feet off the ground. Now, I do realize that you may not be able to reach those shutters, or rather those gutters, but goodness gracious, will you be safe. And then you'll also have some place to play your guitar.
Tweet, next sales pitch.
Do you worry that perhaps over the last year you've lost your social skills ability and that you have a hard time making conversation with people? Well, I have something that's going to fix your problem. Some tape. Just tape your mouth shut. That way you won't say anything stupid or offensive. You won't say those thoughts that have just been piling up in your head for a year. None of them will come out. tape. New wave.
And that's time for the game
You're
of
watching
sales
the Consumer
pitch.
Shopping Zone.
I love it. Lee.com in the chat says, bored, you'll never be bored. Groaner foul, Lee.com.
Nice.
Lee.com with a groaner foul. Take a point away from Lee.com.
All right.
All right, so let's see those blues, reds, blue and red emojis in the chat. We need to decide who's going to get the next 5 points. And while those votes come in, I need to know what Dave Jadico is going to build with that wood board.
I'm gonna make a cutting board out of it.
Woo!
It's finished.
I think it would work great as a fire pit.
Oh right, yeah, you're right. 'Cause it's completely flammable.
Yeah, it's a disposable fire pit.
Just go put that in Dave's sink. It'll be great.
There you go.
Amazing. Also, it's fun to see random items that y'all have in your homes at the ready. Jesse has a stool and
And
A board.
a board.
It's gonna be the thing.
Fold
Wow,
in.
that's it.
That
I'll just stretch it.
Jesse, please showcase that board again because I believe it's Schitt's Creek themed, and I think I'm allowed to say that word on here because it's fold in the cheese, David. Fold in the cheese. All right, those votes are rolling in. Sue is feverishly tallying things. Sue is sweating feverishly tallying things. Sue, what are you seeing?
Including Rachel's mom, we have slightly more blue votes. So that
Yes.
is 5 points for the Philadelphia Fighting Amish. That's
Thanks, Mom.
5 points for the New Jersey Turnpikes. 10 points for the Philadelphia Fighting Amish. This scoring update brought to you by Scotch Tape. That's what it's called, right? It's Scotch
Tape.
Back to you, Rick. First, I'll work on that accent.
That's fine.
Right?
You-
All right.
You work on the accent, I'll work on the explanation for most of these games. Next Streamaversary, Sue. All right, great. Let's get our captains to the screen. Oh, my. All right, we have a 5-10 game happening. The Philadelphia team is taking the lead. And so that means, Kelsey, you get to choose a game for the loyal fans. What game would you like to play?
We would like to play crowdsource.
Yay! This is amazing. All right, the game of crowdsource sounds like it is. We need to source things from you, the crowd. So right now in the chat, I need you all to type in perhaps lines of dialogue from movies that you enjoy, or perhaps words of wisdom that maybe your grandmother has bestowed upon you, or perhaps maybe just like a slogan of some kind, or just sort of any sort of phrase that's maybe a sentence long that you'd like the players to have to, well, actually one particular player, Kelsey, to have to say, minding the brown bag foul. Now, so what's going to happen is Kelsey and Dave will begin this scene, and anything that Kelsey says, she can only use your suggestions that are coming in the live chat right now, all right? So let's get them a location. Sue, where would you like them to be?
Ooh, Sherry suggested pickleball. So can we be at the pickleball court?
Yes, we can. The pickleball court. That is lovely. All right, so look at these are great lines, y'all. All right, so pickleball court. Kelsey can only use the chat and begin.
Margaret, that was a great round, and I'm so glad we finally beat the Clevelands this year. They have been holding that title for so long.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Oh, thank you, Margaret. You know, I've been working on my serve, and boy, I'll tell you, it's paying dividends.
I wish I knew how to quirr you.
You say that again? Please say that again.
We're going. We don't need roads.
Oh, I completely forgot. You're right. We're going to walk through the forest on the way home. All right, I'll start packing up the bag and get the balls.
You can't handle the truth.
Truth about what, Margaret?
You know nothing.
You planned this with the Clevelands. They threw that game. You're just trying to give me false confidence.
Nobody puts a baby in a corner.
Oh, and here it is. It's Mrs. Cleveland herself. Well, I'm going to go throw this stuff in the car.
Finally caught on. I thought we were trying to keep it secret from him.
Luke, I'm your father.
I know. That's another thing we're keeping secret, okay? We're keeping it on the down low.
Your shirt is inside out.
Okay, you know what? I've had enough of this. I'm going to see you in the forest.
Charlie, you can't be serious.
Oh, you're angry at Mrs. Cleveland now, too. You know, she looks a lot younger up close than I thought.
I'll be back.
Yeah, you will take your time, you know? Hey, Mrs. Cleveland, listen, I'm on to you. I know you've been planning this whole thing. You guys are giving me false confidence by throwing that game.
This is the fight of our lives, and we're gonna win!
Man, come on! Seriously?
Bring it, Cleveland. Let's go. Come on.
You know what? This is it. This is what it comes down to. You and me, buddy. You and me right here, right now. I was going to jump you in the forest, but apparently not.
Yeah, she's slippery. I can't get my hands on her.
Rest your voice so you don't get laryngitis.
And that's
I can't understand you, Margaret.
Wow, someone's grandmom is so wise. Rest your voice. Rest your voice so you don't get laryngitis.
It's so hard to say that. Seriously.
These are, oh my gosh. Look at, I feel like the rest of the match we should just use all of these for no reason whatsoever. There's so many amazing things in the chat. A tune killed my brother. Thank you. All right, so let's get captains to the playing screen. All right. I also have to thank Amanda C in the chat for quoting Mighty Ducks, unless her duck wanted to just type something in the chat. All right. So we had a game crowdsourced, so fans lock that game away. Alan Williams, what game would you like to play?
We would like to play dating game.
Fantastic. We need to borrow one of Philadelphia's players, so that will be Dave Jadico that we are borrowing. Now, currently, Dave Jadico is going to, I can see him. Now, you need to trust me on this, folks. I can see Dave. He's waving at me, and he is going to turn off his speaker. Now, he's just dancing frantically, and he's running in place. Dave is going to mute his speakers so he can...
Okay, I'm turning the volume down on my speakers. The volume on my speakers is now at 0, and I just closed my chat, so all I can do is just see the screen, and I'm going to turn around too. There we go.
Turn around. Dave has now turned around. Turn around. All right. So we'll bring him back in a moment. What I need in the chat from you is first type in an object that you see around your house. An object that you see around your house. Next in the chat, please. Please.
Well, we can still hear Dave very well. can't we?
We're all laughing because Dave Jadico just put on the loudest.
Spoiler alert.
Because he can't hear anything. All right, so we... All right, so we need those objects coming. Also, I need some sort of strange quirk that maybe your significant other or your partner has. My husband leaves shoes around the house. I'm pretty sure he's trying to kill me with them. What is some odd thing that your partner or friend does? An odd quirk. And also put in the chat a celebrity that you recently saw in a movie or on TV. Now, what's going to happen is we are going to have each of our New Jersey players take on one of those things. So I believe that Dave Dritzis will be the object. So he will be embodying the object. And Sue, what object will David be embodying?
Christian W suggested cat, which
Cat.
is Kelsey's roommate, apparently.
Great. So you will be embodying a cat, David. And Alan is going to be taking on some sort of a quirky trait. Do you see one of those in the chat?
Yes, Christian Wright said leaving socks on the floor. Natalie.
Natalie? What? That's my friend. Natalie, pick up your socks. All right, so leaving socks everywhere. And finally, we need a celebrity for Jesse to embody.
Howard Y made the amazing suggestion of Samuel L. Jackson.
Amazing. Samuel L. Jackson. All right. So as a reminder, folks, Dave Jadico is not able to hear what we're saying right now. So I'm going to repeat that David Tritzes will be embodying a cat. Alan Williams will be leaving socks everywhere. And Jesse Preisendorfer will be Samuel L. Jackson. Let's bring Dave back. Bringing Dave back. And let's get them to the screen. Hey, all right. Dave is turning up their volume. Dave, can you hear us now?
I can hear you now, yes.
All right, great. So, Dave, I'm so excited for you to meet our contestants here on the dating game. Please, I'm pretty sure you may not be Dave anymore. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, yeah. Oh, coincidentally, my name is Dave. Yeah, you may recognize me. I'm the tour guide that's on the end of the Cape May Lewis ferry. I point out all the sea mammals from time to time, and I call the seagulls in with my jacket.
Brilliant. You get to now ask a few questions of our contestants, and at the end, we will give you an opportunity to choose one of those and to let us know who you don't want to go on a date with. So let's see, right. Dave, please ask your first question.
All right. First off, thank you so much for having me here on land. It's nice to kind of finally get off the boat every now and then. Let me ask a question. I'll start with date number one. On the ferry, obviously you got to get there on time. It's very important to be punctual, or you miss it, and you can miss the last one of the day. So I find that punctuality is very important. Can you tell me what's something that you consider very important when you're, looking for a mate?
Well, I just happen to, whatever I just like, if I find someone that I need to be punctual for, or actually I prefer that they be punctual for me. It's really about my schedule. And I find that if you really want to make sure someone always does what you want, just like sit on their face. Just like sit on their face, maybe smack them around in the head a little bit. They'll do everything you want just because it's annoying.
Yeah. Okay, that's I'll take that to heart. Date number two, same question.
Well, darn, that is a tough question. I've got a good answer. See if you can follow the thread on this one.
Okay.
What we need to do is think about soul. It's really about who a person is inside them, all right? And I need to think about how that person's soul comes forward, all right? And it's not about what's inside, it's really about what's underneath, right? That's really where the soul is. Or you can think about what's inside, which is where all the important things are, right? But it's about what's inside, what goes on first, and then the soul comes afterwards.
Wow, you're really spiritual. Yeah, I like that. You're like a bottlenose dolphin or something. It's interesting how soulful. All right. Date number three, seasick is a very common malady for people riding the ferry from time to time. My advice to them when they get seasick is take a saltine and put it under your tongue. What's a little trick that you share with people that's from your knowledge?
Well, the first thing I would tell you to do is get a Royale with cheese. That's what they call a Big Mac in France. One of those, and you probably wouldn't get seasick. You just feel better.
I would think so. That sounds like it probably has a lot of sodium in it too. Wow, I would love if the ferry would go to France. Maybe I can talk them into that. They probably need more fuel. Date number one, a similar question. What's a piece of advice that you can give people from time to time? You seem to be really preoccupied. I'm just going to go to date number two. No, that's totally okay. You get back to that nip there. Yeah, date number 2?
Yeah, I should start by saying that I sometimes have a hard time staying focused. I get a little crazy. I feel inhanes sometimes. All right. Like people just don't understand me, right? Because if you think about, it's really about what you make, right? It's like the fruit of the loom is what brings out these good ideas, right? So I just recommend think about that when you think about what you need to do with yourself, right? Just leave those good ideas everywhere.
I take night classes to broaden my horizons.
You know, I real quick, I like peanut butter sandwiches. What's a food that you like? Date number 1.
Anything you're eating at the moment, but I'll probably just spit it out because it's probably terrible.
Okay, date number 2.
Whatever it is, it's definitely gonna be all over the floor. That's where I put all my things.
And date number 3.
Well, we already talked about the Royale with cheese. So I have to say the next favorite is anything that you can eat on a plane.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. How about I might as well just get to the final question here about what's the date that you would take me on? Explain to me your ideal date. Date number 1.
Oh, we would probably go over there, and then cuddle up on the couch for a little bit, and then we could cuddle. But I might claw you. Sorry, I don't mean it. Or do I?
Date number 2, your ideal date?
Yeah, we would be in my living room, again, looking at what's all over the floor. We would be very, very close in that regard. You'd see a lot of things that are white. Some would have stripes on them. And again, like, remember, it's not really the soul. It's what's inside that's important. In hands.
And date number 3, ideal date.
Well, I would probably not take you on a plane, but I would take you somewhere. And I'll tell you why I won't take you on a plane. Because the last time I was on a plane, there were so many monkey freaky snakes on that monkey freaky plane.
All right, and that's time. Now, Dave, you get to decide who you want to go on this date with, but please take your guess of who you don't want to go on a date with.
Sure. Well, yeah, I have to admit I'm allergic to cats, so date number 1 is right out. I'm sorry, date number 1. So date number 1, here, date number 1, here, go get it.
No.
Wow. What an awful cat. And date number 2, occupation is date number 2?
It's a quirky trait someone might have, Dave.
Oh, I see, date number 2. Okay, so date number 2, I don't like to date somebody who doesn't know how to put their clothes away. I'm very obsessive compulsive when it comes to that.
We'll take it. It's someone that leaves their socks everywhere. But finally, Dave, who will you be going on your dream date with?
Are you kidding me? I love Samuel L. Jackson.
The monkey freaking snakes on a plane.
Funny, Jeff.
All right. So I'm going to give Dave Jadico a bonus point for his team for getting all 3 of those correct. Sorry, red team. It's just how sports work. We saw first the game of what happened? Oh, we saw
Crowdsource,
blue team.
guys.
It's so crazy.
So crazy. Streamaversary. All right, great. So we saw Crowdsource by the Philadelphia team, and then we saw Dating Game played by the red team. So I need reds in the chat, blues in the chat, reds in the chat. We got blues in the chat and reds in the chat and blues in the chat and reds in the chat. Also, yeah, Sean and our friend Sean says that you needed a laser pointer. Then David may have gone on that date with you.
Oh, that's a good point. Is that Sean? Isn't it Sean's birthday too?
It's Sean's birthday.
Happy birthday, Sean!
Happy birthday. I used to go. What's that?
Sean also said that Kelsey and Sue are the best teachers ever.
Wow.
Wow. That is, well, you know, it's true. He plays favorite. I get it. I get it. He's moved on. I get it. All right. So the votes are coming in. Ha, ha, ha. This is worth 5 big old points. Actually, I'm going to make it worth 6. I'm going to make it worth 6 points. Let's get crazy because it's the Streamaversary. Sue, who gets 6 points?
The 6 points go to this hand, which is backwards because things are mirrored, and that would be the New Jersey Tar Paws.
New Jersey!
So, Kristen, we have a high score right now. Right now, the score is New Jersey Turnpikes 11, Philadelphia Fighting Amish 11. Brought to you by, I'm pretty sure Dritzis was playing a cat, but that was just my general personality. Really?
Toss up. It's a toss up.
Back to you, Ref Kristen.
Oh, guys, Sean. Thanks, Sean. So I won't say it out loud because there's other refs here, but like Sean thinks I'm the best ref. All right, so Sean Jadico is. Oh, look at these refs! Look at the frustration. All right, so that's right. In our leading into our last chance round, it's a tie. It's as if nothing mattered. Nothing mattered.
All that work for nothing.
There we go. 0-0. Nice.
0-0. Thank you, Don. Excellent. We've got Dom Entre running our sweet tech. He's the one pushing all of the shields behind me, so they go.
Each one, he's got to click each one with the mouse.
He's got to click each shield, so they go. Great. So heading into our last chance round, there's a tie. But again, y'all, this has been an amazing match. And this year has been amazing because all of you. Please be sure that you check out that we have more programming than just our regular 7:30 every Saturday match of ComedySportz. Once a month, we've got a minor league match on the final Wednesday of every month. And in May, we've got Murder Manor returning to 3 Fridays. And then, I don't know, are they coming back? Yes. Puppets! Trash Puppets is coming back in June. So we've got a May and a June. So please get your tickets for those shows. We'll get them up on the site pretty soon. So check the site for news. All right. Let's head into the final game of Celebrity Punishment. So earlier you guys did a whole bunch of celebrity names. Sue, do you think you have enough, or maybe people can just keep putting more?
I have so many.
You have so many. So we'll use the ones that we didn't use, but we took Samuel L. Jackson.
Right, I crossed that
Thank
off.
goodness we did. All right. So for the game of Celebrity Punishment, Sue's going to use a bunch of the celebrities that y'all gave us earlier in the match. And let's say the celebrity's name that we took first was Tom Hanks. The joke would go in the following format. If Tom Hanks loved November, he might be Tom Thanksgiving. Do you get it? Or if Tom Hanks were a brand of clothing that helped women feel slimmer, he may be Tom Spanx. Oh, yeah. These are great. These are great. Also, earlier I forgot to mention in the game of dating game to help the red team, I did suspend the groaner foul, so that's why I saw you guys calling groans on Alan because of the puns, but I didn't call on him. So the groaner foul is still suspended for this game. Yes. So anytime that you laugh, tee, anything like that, I will give a point. And Sue will tally feverishly these points because, again, we've started over again. We're at 0-0. All right. So, Sue, who will be our first celebrity?
Awesome. So earlier, Nathan B suggested, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. So I'm going to use Tony Stark.
I love it. Tony Stark is our first celebrity. Alan, begin.
If Tony Stark was like a hit kid song, he'd be Tony Baby Shark.
Sweet. Rachel.
If Tony Stark lost electricity, he would be Tony in the dark.
Tweet. Jadico.
If Tony Stark had trees and a nice bench and maybe a little pond with ducks in it, he'd be Tony Park.
Hey! Tweet, Dritzis.
If Tony Stark were a tiny horse that was just carefree, he'd be Pony Lark.
2 points. 2 points. He used both. Jesse.
If Tony Stark brought babies, he'd be Tony Stork.
Hey! Kelsey.
If Tony Stark was a different superhero, he'd be Tony Clark Kent.
Tweet, switch it up. Sue. All right, let's get a new celebrity out there.
All right, Randy P suggested Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah. Excellent. All right, Queen Latifah and Alan, kick us off.
If Queen Latifah had a dangerous but probably solvable issue, she'd be Spleen Latifah. You're welcome.
Rachel.
If Queen Latifah was a legume, she would be Bean Latifah.
Oh, Jadico.
If Queen Latifah did her own stunts in prison movies and rode a motorcycle, she'd be Steve McQueen Latifah.
Jesse.
If Queen Latifah was made of appendages at the bottom of your legs, she'd be Queen Lafita.
Hey, and Dritzis.
If Queen Latifah was falling off of a cliff, she'd be Kareen Latifah.
Switch it up. Let's get another celebrity, Sue.
All right, Ben C suggested Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Fun fact, Danny DeVito and I went to the same acting school. His career went better than mine. Jadico, begin.
If Danny DeVito was enjoying the summer by a pool, he'd be Fanny and Speedo.
2 points, because he used both. Jesse!
If Danny DeVito was in middle school, he'd be Danny DeVito.
Alan!
If Danny DeVito worked at Chipotle, he'd be Danny DeBurrito.
Kelsey!
If Danny DeVito was the president looking at a bill that he didn't like, he'd be planning to veto.
Oh! And Dritzis.
If Danny DeVito were dancing on a cruise ship, he'd be Danny DeVito Deck.
All right, and I see that Sean has basically said that we need to take Tom Hiddleston for me. So Tom Hiddleston is our final one. Tom Hiddleston, we've got Dritzis excited. Go!
If Tom Hiddleston were a naughty puppy, he'd be Tom Piddleston.
Jadico.
If Tom Hiddleston was the second Brady Bunch boy, he'd be Tom Middleson.
Kelsey.
If Tom Hiddleston drank water and then spilled a little out of his mouth, he'd be Tom Spiddleston.
And that's time! All right, Sue is feverishly tallying those points. Also deciding who's going to win. Suggestion of the night is also important. Again, thank you all so much. Streamaversary!
Hey!
I don't know. You guys, should we do a countdown? 5, 4, 3, Streamaversary!
Hey!
All right, Sue, please let us know who won Suggestion of the Night.
I heard amazing suggestions tonight, such as skating rink, walking an alligator, feeding my roses. They were so great, weren't they?
Yes.
None of them won. The suggestion that I chose that just literally blew my mind, because I've never seen this emoji before, was Lee.com's dab emoji. Where did that even come from?
I don't know, but it was Lee.com won it! It was like a little guy who, like, yeah. Lee, show it to us again in the chat. Get that going. See if everybody can find a little dap. Lee. So sweet. So sweet. Awesome. Now we need to make this moment because it is the Streamaversary. So we need to find out who won tonight's match. So let's get a epic Streamaversary drum roll wherever we can find it. And Sue, who won tonight's match?
All right, starting out, this team. The Fights had 0 points. Also, the Philadelphia Fighting Amish, 0 points. So let's see what happened. The Philadelphia Fighting Amish came in with 10 good jokes, bringing their score to 10. But the New Jersey Turnpikes do it. Could they do it? They came in with 11 good jokes, bringing their score to Game Set Match New Jersey Turnpikes.
New Jersey for the win!
Yes. Woo. So, thank y'all for joining us tonight. We are going to say goodnight to our losing team, the Philadelphia Fighting Amish. Please give them a round of applause or a dab, many dabs in the chat for our Philadelphia Fighting Amish, Rachel Sydney.
Sorry, Mom.
Keep the chat going for Dave Jadico and our losing captain, Kelsey Hebert. Keep that chat dabbing for our winning team, Dave Dristed.
Sorry, Rachel's mom. Not sorry.
Jesse Freisendorfer. And our winning captain, Alan Williams. Lastly, give it up for our ref for tonight, Ref Kristen. She's the best. I am your announcer, Sue Taney. I hope you had an amazing night. We were so happy to have you with us. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.